You know, sometimes in life you have to sit back and ponder life's questions. And then you have to really ponder the answer that you gave to that question. For example, last night I had a one of those little healthy choice little meals you can buy and put in the microwave. When I was asking myself that question, what are you going to have for dinner tonight? I surely wish that wasn't my answer. Pretty sure it was bad. Pretty sure there was something wrong with it. You know, in that first initial couple bites when you just kind of go, something about this just doesn't taste right. But you keep on eating because, you know, it's dinner time and you don't have time to really make anything else. Wish I would have took the time to make something else. Anyway, what are we talking about today? Today's video is going to be just a little bit different. You know, those of you who follow the channel and have followed me, you've seen different vehicles come and go from the channel. Most recent being Bert, the 2005 Jeep Liberty that only lasted about 3 months. Bert was another one of those questions that I unfortunately answered the wrong way. I saw something that I've always liked the underdog. I've always been a fan of the underdog. And people don't really talk very highly of those vehicles. I like to pretend that these vehicles have personalities and they have souls and that they're not going to do me wrong, but that's not true. And Bert left me in pieces and his transmission on the side of the interstate and got towed home. And you know, when I bought Bert, I was trying to fulfill a need here at the channel, which was a vehicle that got better gas mileage than my big truck, rode better than my big truck, went faster than 55 miles an hour, like the monkeys, and I could carry all my stuff and all that, and get it inside, and pull a little trailer, and you know, be part of the channel, be part of the group. Unfortunately, Bert just didn't fulfill that need. Now Bert is actually back out on the road again. I sold Bert extremely cheap to a gentleman whose wife needed, or his wife had a friend that needed a vehicle. And I already had a little more than $3,000 tied up in Bert, and Bert, in really good shape, blue booked for about $3,400. So I wasn't going to put a $3,000, $2,800, $3,000 setup in Bert and have a $7,000, $3,000 car. So I sold the vehicle very cheap with the changes that I had already made, new tires, radiator, brakes, clean up, the whole 9 yards, to this gentleman who got together with a group of other people and bought this lady, Bert, and they all got together, put a little money in, and put a transmission in the car for her. So the vehicle is back out on the road again, serving its purpose to them as a $3,000 vehicle that it is worth, as opposed to a $7,000 or $8,000 vehicle that it would have been to me. Long story short, we've had a vehicle that has been in our arsenal now for quite some time. Originally bought for Evan. It really wasn't his cup of tea car-wise. Lucas drove it for a little while, and the vehicle kind of just has been parked. So the vehicle is not really my cup of tea as well. I understand where Evan is coming from, but it's not, I guess as they used to say, it's not right, it's just right now. And we have it, and we're going to utilize it, and that's what I have been doing the last couple of weeks, is trying to make this vehicle usable for me. Because I'm not really in a position financially to be able to go out and buy a brand new vehicle, which I would love to be able to do, but it's just not in the plan right now. So I'm going to show you what I've got and what I've been doing with it. I had to give it a bath today. It's a little bit dirty from the last several thunderstorms that have come through in the last 5 days. And hopefully not end up in the hospital with food poisoning. Because, be honest with you, kind of feels like that's where it's headed. No, that's not the vehicle I'm talking about. This one, though, on the other hand, is a 2004 Acura TL. The perfect vehicle for an outdoor channel, don't you think? No. Kind of fancy inside. Has a whole lot of stuff in there that doesn't work anymore. The dash is cracked up, looks like a road map of Hawaii. But the heated seats, air conditioning, power steering, automatic transmission, all that works. It's not a bad car, but as I've said, it may not be right, but it's right now. We added. Can you see that? That's a trailer hitch. That's right. They make a trailer hitch for this thing. I mounted a trailer hitch, which is part of the reason I can barely bend over now. We got some stuff in the back here that we're going to utilize here in just a moment. We have a Harbor Freight bicycle rack. That is a wheel chalk for a motorcycle, but that's going in something else. Okay, inside the trunk here, under the spare tire, I have wired in wiring for a trailer hitch, or to pull a trailer, which I think you just pull it out here as so, and be able to hook it into the trailer on the back, which we'll be trying out as soon as I buy the actual hitch receiver piece with the ball and all that, which I haven't bought yet. But we do have wiring for a trailer, and we will be able to pull my little utility trailer with possibly a Honda Monkey and a Honda Monkey trailer. Be able to go do some camping, do some adventuring, you know, that kind of thing. The Acura can pull up to 1,000 pounds. That's its towing capacity, which the trailer probably weighs about 200 to 250 pounds. Monkey weighs about 230, probably 250 when you start adding the stuff that I'll be putting in it. And I have an aluminum truck bed or truck box that I'm going to put on the trailer and mount that to, so we'll be able to carry camping equipment, stuff like that. So, is the Acura the perfect overlanding vehicle? I think the only thing that would be worse could possibly be like maybe a Fiat 500 or a Corvette. Actually, an overlanding Corvette sounds pretty darn cool, to be honest with you. Anyway, I'm gonna get this bicycle rack put together. We're gonna put it on here and put a bike on it and see how it does, see how it works out. And we'll just kind of take it from there. So I got this wheel chalk thing for a motorcycle to be able to put in my utility trailer, so the bike will have something to stand up in, whatever bike I use, whether it be the Triumph or a Monkey. Old Harbor Freight. Got this bicycle. It's a 2-bicycle rack. 39 bucks. Oh yeah, there's a lot of nuts and bolts and things and stuff. Harbor Freight is kind of like the IKEA of tool places sometimes. It already looks better built than my other one that I paid way too much money for. So what's the weather like where you guys live? There's somebody out there motorcycling. This is that goes over there. You guys ever opened up your refrigerator and seen something that you don't remember making or putting in some kind of Tupperware or something, and you're scared to open it up because you know what it looks like inside and you're afraid of it? That's how I feel. You all ever notice these socket sets, nothing stays where it's supposed to be? I can't tell you how many times I've had to move stuff. Let's just temporarily slip this thing into this hitch, hoping that it lines up. Oh no, don't tell me that's gonna hit. Okay, looks like it might fit. That's the only thing with buying stuff when you are fabricating a vehicle together, as I am doing right now. You just don't ever know if you're going to make things work correctly. Or look at the way that jiggly bobs around in there. Why is that doing that? Is everything a different size? Just trying to put a bicycle on a rack. I'm not putting together a space shuttle here. kind of works, I guess. I'm not gonna lie to you, this scares me. I guess I need to pick the bike I like the least to put on here first to try it out. Maybe I just ought to go up to the Goodwill or something. All right, we'll just throw this in back of the trunk. I said truck. You're not a truck, are you? Big guy. You know, there's a little give and take in all of this stuff, and it seems like I give a lot of money and I take a lot of bull. That's good there. Let's shut the trunk. Let's raise this back up, which, you know, I guess it's convenient. Then, thankfully, there's a little cable that holds this here. We do that. We do that. Then we can tighten this little thing the bobble do here, which tightens up everything. To prevent serious injury, mount and use according to DOT and local regulations. Connect only to to a receiver that works. All right, first initial impression here is it goes on there. The other thing I'm noticing is that no matter where you put the pedal, if this thing rocks, the pedal is going to slam into the bumper. If you put it down here, it's riding on the bumper. If you put it up here, I guess I could put it there and it'll just beat up against the license plate. So me just going by myself, I'm probably gonna have to put the bike on the outer rack holder. Well, there's a bike back there. Might as well go for a ride and let's just see how this is gonna work out. Around town would be okay for right now. We'll just buzz around some neighborhoods, get out on the 45 mile an hour type things. And let's just see if we still have a bicycle when we come back. I mean, there's no reason for it not to be there. All of this stuff is designed to do what it's designed to do. It's just something still shaky about it to me. So this is a very quiet car inside. I will give it that. But this is one of these cars, it's kind of like, the younger generation type car. It's fast, for one thing. It's fast as lightning. It's a V6 engine. I'm not sure how much horsepower it is, but the Acura TL is a very fast automobile. And I have been told that you don't buy an Acura TL because you're looking for the amenities to still be working from 2004, which is it has a built-in navigation system and the stereo, the phone connection, all that. And this is from 2004. Well, none of that works anymore. And if you want to use it, you have to send off this stereo and screen and all that stuff, which is probably anywhere between $1,200 and $1,500 to fix. But it is a fairly low mileage car. It's only 111,000 miles on it, which for an 04 is pretty good. When we bought it, it only had like 78,000 miles on it. So far, the bike's still back there. It doesn't appear to be rocking back and forth or anything. But, at least I can see it in the mirror. And it looks like the wind, the way the car is built, the wind is going over top of it. The hitch came from a company called E-Trailer. If you look them up online, had really a good experience with those people. Very professional. I mean, when they sent me, I guess you want to say the receipt or the paperwork and stuff for everything from shipping to you name it, it showed everybody's hands and who it went through. From this guy who took the order, to this lady who put it in shipping, to this guy who did all their shipping, to this dude who's put it on the UPS truck and made a label. It was incredibly professional. I can't begin to tell you. I still have to do my review for them, and when I do, it's going to be pretty extensive. Great company, E-Trailer. Remember that, E-Trailer. If any of you guys or gals are looking for trailer hitches and trailer balls and towing stuff and whatever it has to do with. I mean, they even sold bike racks and stuff too, but the Harbor Freight bike rack for $39, $40. I had to go that route, so. Well, it looks as though the 2004 Acura might serve its purpose. But it's a smooth riding car. The air conditioner works, the cruise control works. Heated seats seem to work. Oh, that's a good fish right there. I'm using a rod I haven't used in a while. He's catching us a fish right at the moment. So, TCB rod. Haven't used it in quite some time. I don't think they make it this way anymore. Thank you, little fella. Anyway, there you go. 2004 Acura TL. Not exactly the greatest overlanding car ever made, or camping, or taking your bicycle somewhere, or the other things that we haven't done yet. We'll have to see how that goes. But it gets you where you need to be. The AC works, the cruise control works, the heated seats work, the leather's comfortable, it's quiet inside. And I think we're going to have to make it work, because I'm not going out and buy a car, because then I'd have to work a whole lot of extra hours just to pay for a car and never have any fun. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this little bit of, I guess, the inside scoop. I'm not going to name this car, because it seems like every time I do name something, it doesn't stay around long. So we're not naming this car. We're just going to call it the Acura. Just go from there. We'll call it what it is. It had a name, it came with a name. We're going to use it. Thank you guys for watching. Cross your fingers for me. And we'll see you on the next one. Whatever that next one may be. But now I'm going to fish. I'm going to fish because I want to fish. Not because I have to fish. I want to fish. I'm enjoying fishing. Right now, I don't care if I catch anything or not. I'm just enjoying fishing. Fishing's fun.